everyone, it's Jocelyn. Welcome back to my channel. Today's look is going to be this 3D smoky eye that I have, or halo smoky eye, just depends on what you want to call it. It is a more bold, dramatic look using one of my all-time favorite palettes, and I will show briefly how I got the full rest of my face ready too. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, keep watching. So to start out, I'm going to use Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, and that's going to go all over my eyelid. Okay, and for this entire look, I'm using the Morphe Brushes 35P palette. I talked about it in my October favorites video, and I did have some requests to use it in a tutorial, so we will jump right in. I'm going to start out by doing my color on my brow bone, and the brush I'm using for it is by Bare Essentials, and it's the Contour Shadow Brush. So I'm just going right underneath my eyebrow. And the next shade, we're going to start with a little bit of a light transition, and I'm going to use the Morphe B39 with this color right here. And that's going to go just directly below that brow highlight color we used. So I'm just buffing it in there first, and then we'll go in with the windshield wiper motions to kind of blend it around. So that color you want to focus right above your crease. This next shade, we're going to use the brush M200, and we're going to go just a little bit darker than the last shade that we used. And this is going to be our transition shade as well. Transitions just help so that everything blends together really nicely. So we're just going right below where we put that last one. Now we're going to add a base for the halo. So we're going to use a black eyeliner. This is the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner, just the black shade. The point of this is to make the base of your halo a little bit more rich. So I'm going to just start out with a little dab of it on the outside, and then a dab of it on the inside. So you can see where I've got those applied. And then I'm going to use a Morphe B43 to soften those just a little bit. Okay, so there's where we've got that color. I'm going to go in and do the other side. Okay, so we've got that pressed in on both sides. Now we're going to go with our halo shade. We're doing this deep plum right here. And we're just going to put it right over where we've got that black eyeliner. So I'm just pressing it right over that black. So like I said, the black is meant to help make this color a little bit more rich. Okay, now using that same shade, I'm gonna use the Morphe M430 to now connect that halo right in the very lower portion of the crease. So we're starting on the outside, really light circular motions, and we're just connecting it over into that middle corner. Okay, so now we're gonna add a nice pop of a bright color in that very center. So I'm gonna use this icy lilac tone with my Morphe M513. So we wanna press the brush right on that area where we want it into the lash line. That way we get a really good amount of shine. And we're just staying right in that very middle portion. I'm just going back with that medium brown transition shade, adding a little bit more definition in the crease again. And then back again with that deep plum halo color and connecting the two again. Okay, I'm gonna come back to the eyes, but part of the reason I like to do the eyes first is so that my skin still looks perfect, because I did have like a little bit of fallout underneath. So I'm gonna go in with a makeup remover wipe to just clean up under there. Okay, so moving on to my face, I'm gonna prime my skin with the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. You guys know this is my jam. And then today's foundation mixture is gonna be the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, mixed with the Cover FX drops. You guys know I love those too. So I'm gonna just mix them up on the back of my hand. So I've got it mixed on the back of my hand here. I'm just using the end of a brush. And I'm actually gonna use that to like just drop it on my face a couple places. And a lot of you have heard me say I'm not a fan of using a beauty blender for foundation application, but today I am. So we're gonna apply this with my beauty blender. We're using the back side of it to just stipple it into my skin. Okay, so I want to do a really bright under eye today. So to help brighten the darkness under my eyes, I'm going to use Becca's Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And I'm just going to apply that where my darkness is, just with my ring finger. And it's a little bit of like a salmony color, which helps to cut any darkness under your eyes. And then I'm going to use my Sephora Bright Future Concealer. This is like 6,000% less scary now that I have foundation, but I still really need brows. Sorry. And then I'm going to blend that out with the pointy end of my beauty blender. Okay, so now I'm going to set my foundation with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm using my Real Techniques powder brush for it. So I'm just going to like pat this in everywhere. Now that my foundation is set, I'm going to set my under eye. And this is, the whole under eye thing is a technique that I saw from one of the WAGs, Natalie Halcrow. So she applies those two products under her eyes first, and then this Ben Nye powder in Pretty Pink, and then the super white powder over the top of it. And I'm using my beauty blender for that. So what the pink one is supposed to do is really help cut more darkness, just like the salmony color of the Becca corrector did. Now I'm using the super white. Okay, now I'm going to start my contour, and I'm going to use the Tartist contour palette that I've been using as my mirror. I'm going to start with this darker shade and go down my nose. And then I'm going to use this shade here to do my cheekbone. And I'm going to go across my forehead. This is just bringing some life back into my skin because I'm like so fair right now. It's embarrassing. I'm using my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlight. Okay, so to give me a little more life and color, I'm doing my favorite bronzer. It's this Sephora Micro Smooth powder. And for my blush, I'm using the shade that comes in the Tartist contour palette. Okay, and I'm finally gonna do some eyebrows so I can stop scaring all of you. Using my Anastasia brow powder in dark brown and my Morphe E29. So now I'm going to do a little bit under my eyes. I'm going to start with this brown here and just go all along my lower lash line. And this is a brush that I got in a kit from Morphe. I don't know the brush number. So we want this to be like pretty smoky down here. Then I'm going in with my G11 angled liner brush and doing the dark plum shade. And I'm going to press that right up into my lash line. Okay, now I'm going to use this little M326 to brighten up the inner corners of my eyes with this like champagne-y, somewhat glittery color. So I'm going to just press this in the very corner here, like right next to my tear ducts. And I'm going to add that same LA Girl glider gel liner in the waterline on the bottom. When I use eyeliner in my waterline, I always like to set it with black eyeshadow, and there is a black eyeshadow that comes in that palette, so I'm going to use that to just go right over that black pencil in my waterline. I'm going to do a little mascara with my CoverGirl Supersizer. On the top, just a really, really soft coat because we are still adding false lashes to this look. Okay, so the false lashes that I'm doing, I didn't originally plan to do these ones. When I posted this look on Instagram the other day, They were honestly just the closest lashes to me, and then I got quite a few comments with people loving the lashes and text messages from people even saying like, what lashes are those? So they're like a killer deal. A friend of mine sent me the information. She found them on eBay, and they're $3 for 5 pairs, which is awesome. They come from China, so it takes, I don't know, mine took like a week and a half, 2 weeks for them to come. And so they come in a pack like this. So they are very dramatic, very bold. You can see they're like kind of spiky, which is fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply those, and then I'll come back on camera. Okay, here are the lashes. As you can see, like I said, they are very dramatic, but this is also a fairly dramatic eye look, so it totally fits. One thing to keep in mind with these lashes, and like really any lashes that you apply, it's really important to cut the width of them to fit the size of your eye, because that'll be something that'll make them fall off or be super uncomfortable throughout the day or night. So be aware of that. Maybe sometime I will do an eyelash tutorial, because that's a whole nother thing in itself. I'm gonna do a little bit of lips just to finish the look. I'm gonna use the Dose of Colors Stone Liquid Lipstick. It's a really pretty rosy nude. Okay, you guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved learning how to do the Purple Halo Smoky Eye. If you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss out. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.